What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. And if you're wondering why Manny looks just like he did in his last video, well, it's because this introduction is done 15 seconds after the closing for my last video. As I mentioned in that video, if you watched it, I just had a whole lot of, had two decent sized properties to do today, totaling 2 and 6, 8, about 8.5, actually 8.75 acres. I believe I misspoke and said 9 acres in the first video. I mean, that's still pretty close, but these people here gonna wonder why I pulled out in front of them. I'm gonna have to make the Nissan hum a little bit. But anyway, I'm headed over to the large property. It's a full cut this time, about 6.5 acres. So I'm gonna try to shoot you some footage of that. And I just knew putting the two properties together would be just be too much, too long of a video. Again, I like to try to keep my videos, 10 or 15 minutes, something like that, if I can. And most people don't watch a third of that. So anyway, it's all good though. Appreciate what you do watch. But I'm gonna get over here and see if I can get this knocked out, get y'all some footage. I'll check back with y'all in a minute. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to tell this through this chest harness, but I'm gonna put it on anyway and get you some footage. We got the Bahia is in full swing here now, and I'm cutting some serious stuff. I mean, it's pretty thick, it's not just tall. So I know I'm ramming you all into the truck right now, but I'm trying to get me a bottle of water. I've been riding for about an hour, and let me see here what I'm on. I've been riding for about an hour and 40 minutes. Well, no, that's the total time. I've been riding for about an hour and 20 minutes, I guess. And I'm getting it done. But I decided I need me a bottle of water. So, fixing to put my hat back on. Got all this stuff. I'll turn you back on when I get back out there. a, well, that's a wrap. I didn't even get a after shot of the big property. It's about dark outside. I mean, sun's over the trees now. So anyway, after 3.5 hours or thereabout, I'm just ready to get out of there. So anyway, now if you notice, I run over that pasture area there where I was getting you a little bit of footage of that taller, thicker grass. I mean, I run over that pretty fast. Now, I did double cut the majority of that. That's actually a monthly cut. Somebody was kidding the other day with Ray from Ray's Lawn Service here in Georgia about doing bi-yearly cuts, I think. I mean, Ray will cut anything. But, you know, I'll pretty much, I don't mind cutting thick grass. I mean, and I get paid good to do it. I don't mind doing it, you know. I know it's probably rough on the machine and stuff, but I don't know. You know, I got a piece of equipment, I work it. So, right, wrong, or indifferent, you know. But I do go back over that and cut back over it to kind of spread out the grass a little bit, especially with that bahia, make sure and knock down. But what I charge for there is what I call a rough cut, and I let the customer know, because that's way in front of their house. And you know, if it was mine, I'd want it cut right. But if I were having to pay somebody, that's a 6.5 acre property. So if I was having to pay somebody, you know, I might do the same thing they doing. But I try to make it look nice, especially down the driveway and all that. Now, I cut down the driveways when I cut the yard. So the yard is probably about 2 acres. I cut it bi-weekly, and then every other bi-weekly cut, which is every 4 weeks, I cut the pasture. And you know, now if we get a bunch of rain or something like that, we might run into a little bit of problem. But you know, but part of that rough cut quote was that, you know, you'll have grass left behind, you'll have clumps of grass, you know, not ideal, not the way I wanted to look, but, you know, I was giving the customer some options, and you know, that's what they wanted to do. So, you know, that's what I'm doing. But anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to watch the video, and love for you to drop me a comment, subscribe if you hadn't, if you like this kind of content. I'll have some product reviews coming up here when I get some time. I got some equipment that I've had that I've never did a review on, and I want to try to do that. So and I still need to do a trailer setup. So anyway, sooner or later. But hey, my prayer for you is always the same, is that God might richly bless you, and that you might see all of your blessings from Him. And if you don't know Him, that you might come to know Him through His Son, the Lord Jesus. Y'all have a great night, great day, whenever you happen to watch this. Talk to you later.